Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award-winning Fearless Tarot and the upcoming Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards and Matters of the Heart, which hits shelves just in 3 weeks. Also, for those of you who are looking for the perfect holiday gift, I have gift certificates available at ElliotOracle.com under the Buy a Reading tab. So you'll get a special code that you can send to somebody if you want to schedule a reading with me for one of your loved ones. It is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal's calling to you, because that animal has your message. And the 3 animals were the flamingo, the cat, and the crab. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal's calling to you, because that animal has your message. And for those of you who picked the fabulous flamingo, the card says friendship, poise, and purpose. And flamingo is a social creature. They are in large flocks of other flamingi. I don't know if that's the plural of it. But flamingos are also really statuesque in their pose. And what I would interpret this to be is to be conscious, if you're attracted to flamingo, of what are you announcing to others in your social group, in your daily life? Are you conducting yourself with poise? Are you staying in a regal bearing? What is your energy announcing to other people? Are you smiling? Are you making eye contact? Are you leaving the environment that you're going in better than you came into it on? So flamingo could be just to be a little bit more self-aware and conscious of what you're projecting to others. First card for flamingo is where it's best to place your focus, and we get the 7 of Wands. And right in alignment with that flamingo medicine, the 7 of Wands is all about taking the high road. It's also about, defending your right to be, standing up for yourself, standing up for your highest ideals sometimes. The 7 of Wands could also be a time when you're being unique, when you're going your own direction. And even if this might feel difficult, if you feel, for example, you go into some inner conflict because you're afraid or you're so introverted that you'd be terrified to actually announce your presence, the 7 of Wands is telling you to be a bit more declarative at this time, to take a stand for what really matters to you. But most importantly of all, to not be afraid of being seen. So 7 of Wands is a time to take the high road. Second card is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. And we actually get the Lovers card from the beautiful Pagan Otherworlds tarot. I love this deck. And the Lovers, it's, absolutely about connection with someone you might be caring about. The Lovers is a great card for romance, for example. But for me in tarot, the Lovers isn't just restricted to lovey-dovey relationships. It does govern relationships of all kinds, friendships, connections, support. And this could be a time to share. And so I'm really feeling that for flamingo, there is this sense that you're needing to be declarative about what it is that you're wanting, but you're also needing to seek support, be amongst others, and maybe even affect positive change in groups or in organizations or in whatever your platform is that you interact with others. And then the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick the flamingo is actually Pontos. And he is the personification for the unknown sea, the dark places of the ocean. Pontos could also just be indicating that you're not really going to have guarantees if you have the flamingo that if I take this action, this is going to be the response. It all works out well. It's a no-brainer. I'm almost feeling like there is something that you're needing to stretch or grow through, something that's uncomfortable, that might even make you feel a little bit more vulnerable and might make you feel a little more seen. And yet, if you open yourself to that vulnerability, that Lovers card is saying connections can happen. And maybe the breakthrough you're waiting for is going to happen in tandem with others, by letting them in, by letting them see some of those wonderful qualities that they won't get to see if you're just hiding them away somewhere. So this is a time to share yourself, share your ideas, and also let your heart be seen. Next, we're going to go into the Curious Cat. And this card says independence, spontaneity, and balance. And cats are very independent. So if you're attracted to cat this week, it could be a time when you're really trusting your own counsel and you're saying, you know what? No, I don't feel like going along with that. I'm actually going to use the word no and let other people know that I actually am going to be doing this thing. If you're a people pleaser or can't stand to see other people disappointed, sometimes the cat's medicine can be really healing for you. And it's not about being cruel and bellowing out the word no to people or just saying, no, I'm not going to cooperate, I'm not doing anything. Cat could be just a nonchalant statement of what it is that you desire at this time. Cats put themselves first. They're not like dogs that are constantly trying to please. So this could be a time when you're really assessing what works for you. And in a very matter-of-fact way, going along with what's going to work for you this week. You don't have to justify your reason to be. First card for cat is where it's best to place your focus. And we actually got the Three of Swords. And for me, the Three of Swords will always call attention to wounds to the heart, something that needs to be tended to internally. Sometimes if we aren't independent and we're so interested in helping other people heal their wounds, but we neglect our own, we might feel undermined, we might feel unlucky, we might also feel like we're going nowhere fast. So the Three of Swords can sometimes highlight something emotionally that feels painful, difficult, something that you're needing to grapple with. And it's time to put your attention toward that thing. It's time to pull the swords out of your own heart before you try to help others. Just like the airplane manual says, get your mask on first before putting it on somebody else. It's important to take care of yourself first if you're the cat. Next, we got the Two of Swords for advice from your inner wisdom. And this is the card that says everything is passing. This is an in-between time. This is a time of transition. Two Swords cards as well are saying that this is a mentally focused time for you. If you pick the cat, it's time to sort through something intellectually in your mind. And I just think that this is going to be a time where you want to be gentle as you're phasing into this new experience. And the mythic archetype that's going to be advising you is Hemera. She is the goddess of rebirth, the new day, the dawn. And so this is going to be a time of a new day coming. And so I feel like there's something the cat's transitioning away from, but they need to tend to that wound as they're going through the in-between time for a positive rebirth or renewal. And then finally, we have the cautious crab, and his card says defense, sensitivity, and self-sufficiency. If you're attracted to crab right now, much like the astrological sign of Cancer, you might just be a little bit more sensitive than usual. So if you're normally, registering something on a scale of 1 to 10 at a level 5, the crab could say everything feels a little bit more like a 15 right now. So do the self-care thing, take care of yourself, and remember to breathe. First card for crab is where it's best to place your focus. And we got the Ace of Cups, which is the card of love. If you're suffering, involved in something difficult, challenged, just let love be the answer. It is the simplest way to change the vibe, to even change the circumstance that you're struggling against. And the Ace of Cups is just a card of openness as well to spirit. You see the dove that's coming from the heavens. Sometimes instead of cursing our current situation, it's best to really look for the message in it. Why is this happening? Well, it's not just to punish me or make me miserable. It's challenging me to really reach for my higher, better angels in order to tend to this particular situation. The advice from your inner wisdom is the Queen of Cups. Look at that. The sensitive Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups for the sensitive crab. And the Queen of Cups is a card, an archetype that tells you the importance of feeling, of allowing your life to be an act of opening your heart, not just going through it intellectually, not being stuck in your head, but really allowing yourself to feel. And not just the happy feelings with the Queen of Cups. She feels everything. She feels the pain. She feels the joy. She feels the loss. All of it. That's what makes life worth it. And so don't curse your feelings if you pick the crab this week. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you is Queen Hera, the dignified queen of the gods. And Hera could just be indicating as well, especially next to that Queen of Cups, that it's important to see the value in your feelings and to realize that they empower you. They make you more aware. And Hera knows all about difficult feelings like hurt, betrayal, challenge, but still maintaining your dignity and power. So this could be a time where you're not using painful emotions as a crutch to be inactive, but you're really repurposing them toward empowerment. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always go to ElliotOracle.com and schedule a reading with me, or schedule a gift certificate and send that to one of your loved ones. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy week, and take care.